Welcome back, everybody. So many crazy things going on right now. We've got insider reports from all around the world. So today we're going to go over some awareness, some things that you may not know to increase your knowledge and help with your preparedness. Coming right up. Welcome back to our great community. If you're brand new with us and like updates that affect you, preparedness videos, if that's up your alley, be sure to hit the notification bell. Stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. So holy moly, guys, I've got comments, emails, all kinds of insight from all around the world. So let's go through the highlights of this week. There's a lot of reports, a lot of information. I'm going to try to get through a lot of it quickly and to the point, but this is all important information to know. You got to know what's going on so you know how to be ready. Basically, farmers are getting forced out of their land. Are you guys seeing this? Drought, feed prices, fertilizer prices, restrictions up the yin-yang. I read a comment here in Central Oregon, calves. It's costing them $900 to feed a calf when they can only sell a calf for $600. What I am seeing is these farmers are being forced to sell. So if these farmers are being forced to sell, who's buying all the farms? Different billionaires, the government, the Chinese? What's the bigger picture that's going on here? Tell me in the comments down below what you guys think's happening. Before we get going, I want to know what your thoughts are. And even more, if you are a farmer or are related to a farmer or know a farmer firsthand and have a story to tell, please, please, please let me know in the comments. Let me know by email. You can email me at riversidehomesteadlife@gmail.com. I will always keep everyone's identity private. I will only refer to you as a person who commented, maybe from where. But let me know what it's looking like in your area. What are you seeing? And I'll put out a special video highlighting what's going on around the United States and the world so you guys can have a plethora of up-to-date information, and I'll put out a special video regarding those comments. Holy moly, it's in the morning and it's already getting hot. Are you guys feeling like it's getting hot? This person from North Dakota. I am in central North Dakota and farm and ranch with my husband. If you're not battling the weather, disease, etc., you're fighting the things that are unnecessarily placed in your way. We had to sell 1/3 of our herd last year due to drought. Things are tough and it's gonna get worse. Buckle up, enjoy, because tomorrow may be less comfy. Hello from the UK. Our farmers are being paid to leave their land bare. They're being paid to leave their land bare. That's on top of culling chickens for no sensible reason, and culling tens of thousands of wild deer destined for the incinerator. Not to hungry people. How is this helping anyone apart from the Billy G, etc. situation? So they even know about Billy over there in the UK. Wonder if he's buying up their land too. This person states, I have never worked so hard in my garden in my life. I live in West Texas and we have had maybe 1 inch of rain all summer. I have had enough cucumber to make up 1 jar of pickles. My corn didn't even come up. I have battled my squash bugs and tomato worms. Every time I get things blooming good, the bugs get it. I'm tempted to just cut my losses. Some of my plants look great, but are hardly making anything. I am just praying that next year is better. I have a feeling next year we are going to be really dependent on our gardens. And that's just it. I think we are going to be dependent on our gardens. If you have any ability or land or indoor space to even start your indoor garden or outdoor garden, it is going to be paramount to have this for next year. Many economists are predicting that next year is going to be insane. And about that recession, so many reports are already saying that we are in a recession. Oftentimes, it's months after the recession has started that they will admit that we are in a recession. And trust me, the word on the street is that we are in a recession. So you need to buckle up, you need to plan. This comment reads, we lost about 1/3 of our sweet corn this weekend in a windstorm. I was so discouraged, I stood in the garden and cried. We went out for a drive just to clear our minds, mainly my head. There is still 2/3 of what I planted standing. I am praying that it comes on like gangbusters. I will make every kernel count. Who out there is having difficulties with their garden this year? I can attest, our garden is not growing like it normally is growing. We have about 3 to 4 square yards of strawberries out there that do not have 1 strawberry on them. We are battling the squash bugs every single day. Like I said in the post earlier, we are fighting off mosquitoes like we've never fought them off before. Watering the garden in the evening is no short of a sacrifice. I've never had so many mosquito bites in my life. And how about in Ireland? Did you read about that? Ireland targets farmers with green laws, joining Canada and the Netherlands. Ireland is great, and their farming is amazing. The food over there is amazing. So this is really sad to read. Farmers in Ireland may soon be forced to make potentially damaging changes to their business as climate alarmist ministers. Officials within the Irish government have been haggling over how badly to hammer the county's farms with green legislation for some time now. The move comes despite the visceral reactions to curbing the nitrogen emissions from the farmers' fellow EU members, state the Netherlands. Dutch farmers have been protesting en masse due to the damage the UA-inspired restriction will cause to their businesses. According to the report from Times, Ireland's Minister of Agriculture, Charlie McConaughey, has already agreed to the forces to cut 27 or 28% of the county's farming sector. This move is expected to bankrupt many farmers. And it says right on the report, their land will be scooped up by international billionaires and the global food shortage crisis will deepen. It's being reported everywhere. Are people senseless anymore? No joke. The writing is on the wall for everyone to see. It's being reported. It's being said. It really comes down to bending over and taking it or standing up together and fighting for our freedoms. This person commented, I also got a notification on the news thread that the Netherlands will be rationing natural gas this winter. That is how people heat their homes, not just gas. Although they didn't specify that, and this is a country with a very high tax rate as well. I lived there and it was very expensive to live in that country, and this was many years ago. Hugs and love from Texas. Going along with that, I have reports from preppers in Australia and Europe. Preppers are reporting that natural gas is absolutely skyrocketing. Everyone is being urged to be ready for the winter. And when they say ready, ready for blackouts, ready for shortages, ready for riots. With natural gas going through the roof, many people are buying cheap small heaters, which may be the cause of blackouts because of the power surge. Everyone's going out and buying these nice little cheap heaters, which work great. They're cheap, they're small, they're affordable. Sold out in many stores in Europe right now. When the gas either gets shut down or runs out or gets too expensive, people are going to turn to these heaters and it's going to overload the power grid, causing blackouts. One prepper over there in Austria and Europe reports, there's a large store chain called Spar, and in case of blackouts, they will be giving out food and drinks and water for very little money and maybe free. And get this, the staff are being trained right now for how to act during looting. They're being told not to engage, possibly so that looters come and get what they need, leave without destroying windows, refrigeration, freezers. Some saying in hopes that if they can get restocked after it passes, they'd be back up in business without having to repair damages. It says here, Austria, along with other European countries, are asking people to stock up now. They're asking people to stock up now so that it minimizes the masses when it comes to getting serious, when it comes to looting, when it comes to everybody getting panicky. They're saying to prepare food and water. I think that's a smart move. I think more countries should be doing that because it's true. More people that have what they need for even a shorter period of time. When SHTF happens, it's less people out there trying to find what they need. And honestly, when the SHTF does happen, who's going to want to be out there with the masses? It's going to be chaos. And some of these farmers are reporting that they're having problems with getting things moved. In fact, that goes along with the report that nearly 45% in some states are reporting a hiring freeze with small businesses. They're not hiring people. 45%, that's almost 50%. They're reporting that they're halting hiring due to labor costs and skyrocketing inflation. Now at the moment, my area looks a little different. I see hiring signs everywhere. I think in some cases, people don't want to work anymore. People are wanting to rely on the government. They're not going and getting a job. They think that the government's going to take care of them. They think they're going to see some more $300, $600 checks. The idea of the hardworking American is slowly fading. How's it look in your guys' area? Are you guys seeing hiring signs everywhere? Are people not working due to all the high prices, the inflation, the supply chain issues, and everything else going on? Here's another good one from a person from our community. Have you heard about the things that are happening in Panama? Good morning. My father and brother live in Panama, the country, not Florida. Currently, they are having riots, and the country is a mess. Most gas stations are either closed, if not, they're open, and you have to wait about 8 hours to get probably $20 worth of gas. My father lives in a town called Boquete, where many Americans live because it's so beautiful, affordable, and peaceful. He said that the grocery stores in town didn't even have chicken that you could buy. Because of the gas situation, it was over $6 a gallon. I guess the trucks were not delivering groceries and supplies. They had also blocked the Pan-American highway that connects Panama to the rest of Central America. Many roads are blocked by protesters and people that could not even get through to get to medical care, dialysis, etc. The fear there is that it will become a communist country in Central America. There are rumors that USA is already there and keeping a close eye because we cannot afford the Communist Party taking over the canal and restricting access. They have many other issues right now. This is just a short summary of the scariest stuff. Thought you might like to know. Thanks for all the great advice and content on your channel. Be safe and keep prepping. It's looking a little bit like the world is kind of falling apart. The farmers are struggling everywhere. If you know a farmer or you see a farmer movement, join in. Be part of that movement. They need all the help they can get. And trust me, it's going to come down to you because you get what they make. That is, if you don't like the idea of eating crickets instead of a nice juicy steak. Anyway, guys, there's a quick update of some really good information that I received that I wanted to share with you guys. Be sure to hit that notification bell if you want to stay up to date with more. If you haven't started prepping yet and you want to start, here's a couple good videos to get going. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing, guys. We'll see you on the next one.